Timed items. First, we have our public input. Public input is an opportunity for anyone to speak on something that's not on the current posted agenda. However, just know there can be no back and forth. We can't answer or give you any type of dialogue during this item. You will be given the opportunity to speak somebody afterwards, or we'll connect you with that person to ensure that your issue is dealt with. So you have 3 minutes. Please state your name for the record when you come up, and we'll go from there.
Good morning. My name is Kate Parankama. I live in the village of Nice, and I am a 6-year immigrant from Los Angeles County. As my life partner and I were basically costed out of Los Angeles, and so we were particularly appreciative of both the semi-rural environment and the very community focus that Lake County has offered. And as such, we both come from a community and a family background where participating in public activities and support in neighborhood and larger community issues is as natural as basically worrying about whether you have clean socks and that you need to be always in clean underwear. So we are very perturbed about the lack of perhaps enthusiasm for the proposed rent stabilization measure, as we find that close at hand friends and neighbors are imminently facing some difficult financial circuses based upon the activities and recent acquisition by Harmony Communities of the Upper Lake Mobile Home Park, known as Meadow Point. And these individuals, and as a group, particularly seniors, face just financial disarray. And we are asking that the board swiftly consider and pass the rent stabilization measure. We're talking about a financial entity that has over 36 pieces of litigation against them over the last 8 years. If you are an investor and you've been told repeatedly that past performance does not predict future behavior, that may be true in terms of investments. But in terms of business entity, we have someone in Harmony Communities that is not operating with very clean hands. And I think this measure is imperative. So I defer to my partner.
So, hi, my name is Lisa Wiley. I'm speaking on behalf of the residents of Meadow Point in Upper Lake.
1 second. We'll do a pause real quick. Got it? All right. We're good.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. It's okay.
This is a beautiful thing
Go
that
ahead.
you hammered out but didn't ratify regarding mobile home park rent ordinance stabilization. However, our friends at Meadow Point recently received a letter that their space rent is going up to $950. So those that are in the park that make about $1,100 or possibly less on Social Security or SSI and who own their trailers there are now going to have most of their check going to a space rent. They've already had a space increase this year already, and now they're getting an increase of $350. So that's going to force them into homelessness. Their cats and dogs will probably go to the pound or just be loose on the street. And it's just unacceptable. It's unacceptable that Harmony, who's in litigation in San Jose, in San Joaquin, in Petaluma, in Windsor, in San Rafael, is going to come up here to Lake County where your constituents live, not where Harmony, the people that own Harmony live, but where the voters of Lake County who lived here their whole life are getting screwed. It's unethical, it's immoral. And it's crazy. So starting December 1st, these people, some of them who are behind me, are going to have to pay something they can't afford. They can't then afford car insurance or food or pet food or medicine or any other of their needs or their pellets for their pellet stoves or anything. So I just urge you. So what's interesting, if I may speak a little more, when this was not ratified but posted, within days of this being hammered out, this letter goes out to the people saying your space rent's going up to $950. So it's like they slid under the radar knowing they're aware that like counties statewide are hammering out these mobile home park ordinances, trying to protect seniors. And what you wrote here is beautiful. It's beautiful. It says seniors can't get raised more than 3%. I mean, what you put on page 1 and 2 is just beautiful stuff, but it doesn't mean a thing now. Thank you so much.
We have to talk because I can't answer you right now, but there's a lot of answers. All right. Come on up, sir.
My name is Nine Green. I live in Nice. I have 3 issues that I want to bring up. The first one is animal care and control. There are 4 basic plans or departments that there's the euthanasia, which is the end stage, something that we all don't want to see happen. To avoid that, if the spay and neuter programs can be increased, that would cut down on the euthanasia. Vaccination programs are very important, and adoption programs are very important also. My second issue is there is a burned out home at 7229 East Butte Street. It's been 6 years. It hasn't been demolished. I've gone around and around with code enforcement, and they still haven't dealt with it. Those are the facts. This has been going on for over 6 years. We shouldn't have to wait for things to go on for so long. My third issue is CAL FIRE, fire prevention, fire mitigation. I read in the newspaper, the Record B, 2 or 3 weeks ago about the Spring Valley Bridge is only one lane. Does somebody have to die out there before there's a change? That fire in Spring Valley was over 7 years ago. I'm in touch with the auditor. I'm trying to find out about the numbers, the money that's being taken in by Lake. There's also federal funding. I've been given paperwork by Genevieve Harrington. The property tax is $32.5 million. The budget for the Lake County Sheriff's Office and the jail approximately 5 years ago was $33 million. So they must be getting some federal funding. I'm just really fed up. I've lived here for 39 years in Nice, in the same home, the same issues. They just go on and on and on. They're never resolved.
All right, sir, your 3 minutes is up.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate your comments.
Hi, my name's Shanae Tebow. I've only been back in Lake County for about 1 year and 2 months. I wanted to speak about the Meadowbrook mobile homes because I wanted you guys to see it's not just the seniors being affected. It's young people like me that lives paycheck to paycheck. They've raised my rent 3 times in the last year that I've lived here. I'm going up to $1,040. I own my house, but I can't do much about it. And not only that, we have families that are talking to us about leaving California because, and they own their homes, they can't do it because they have to provide for their children. They do this, I have letters stating that they would only do this 10% for us young ones every March 1st. That's it. I have emails about it because I argued with them. And then we got a letter and it went up March 1st. I went from 6 or 5 something up to 690 now. And it just increases and increases. So I just wanted you to know it's not just affecting the seniors. You're going to have a lot of homeless people because I don't have anywhere to go.
Did you say Upper Lake?
Upper Lake,
Thank you.
Harmony.
All right. Come on up, sir. Yes, come on up.
I apologize.
State your name for the record, and then we'll start your 3 minutes.
Okay. My name is Keith Luton. I also live in Meadow Point with the lovely people here. I just bought a home there cash. This is the only place left in California that I can actually come up and be in a beautiful area and afford a home and be able to live still close to family members and whatnot. I'm still quite young, I hope. I'm 50, but I'm still quite young, I think. And we work hard for all of our money, and every single one of us do. It's just difficult for me to come to a community that feels like a good community, that feels like lovely people, that feels like most of you are from this community and to know what it's about as well. And to be able to see that taken away. I literally just purchased the home here. And the reason was it was affordable to buy. I could own a home, have the American dream, and also still afford the space rent. But this coming up $350 right when I get here is going to really knock it to me and to everyone else that's there. So it's young, it's old, it's middle, it's America is what it is. So I just ask that, that you take it heed, as I think most people here, a lot of them are from Meadow Point, that we are in a crisis situation with this type of issue going on, and ask that our community leaders help us out in this situation and help us fight back against corporation that we can't afford to fight ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you. Come on up.
Hello, I'm Catherine Bisaccio. I've been a member of this community 40 plus years. The people these faces that I see, I want everyone to know the community that I get to live in. I get to live in the community in crisis. We take care of each other. They go to food banks and share food. If they're allergic, they take care of each other. They drive each other to doctor's appointments. We are the people that make your coffee, that are first responders. We are the people that you go to when your children have fevers and you need someone. We are this community, and there are so many scared faces. So please, if you think it's not your problem, it is, because we are you. So please, hear it, please.
Thank you.
Good morning, Tom Lasik. I want to thank Chair Crandall for bringing that ordinance and to the board, and also thank the board for a willingness to put together a subcommittee. I was in the hearing when it was first introduced, and I was considerably dismayed by the trivialization of the developers that own those parks, and how they said, well, we just raised the rent only $25 or $30. And what's the problem? Well, as you can see, it's a misrepresentation of what's really going on. So that's one thing. And the other thing is that if you're a veteran on on a pension and you get your cost of living increase, statistically on average, that's about $40. So when they raise the rent, $40, even if that's what they did, that just wipes them out. And as you can see, for most of them, it's way, way more than that. If you're on Social Security and you're fortunate enough to actually even get a cost of living increase, again, the statistical average is about $40 a month.
Bless you.
Yeah, bless you. And again, it gets wiped out. So For those of us that have a career or can get a raise from employment, things like that, maybe it's not as significant. But now you're seeing that it's actually trickling down to more than just seniors. So I do encourage the board, and again, I want to thank Chair Crandall for stepping up and trying to make this right. And the sooner we do this, the better, because again, 30% of our community is the mobile home parks. And there are predatory park owners that is their business model. intimidation, threatening letters for eviction, trying to silence people. That's one of the reasons you're seeing the litigation in all those communities. Discrimination, it's not a happy picture. There's a lot of bad actors that have been moving into our county to take advantage of the situation. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comment? Come on up, sir.
Morning. My name is Jeff Price. I live at Meadow Point. We got a rent increase up there, like $35 this year. And now we got this letter that says they're going to give us $350 credits because they're going to raise our rent because they plan on fixing the roads and fixing the water. The water's been messed up since I've been there. It's been messed up since all these people for a long time. And a couple of years ago, they said they were going to see about hooking up the city water, and nothing came of that. And now this is their plan. My question is, how legal is this? They're going to give us $350 credits. Now, this credit can go on for 18 months or longer, according to their letter, right? But I researched this whole thing, and this is really a scandalous deal on the part of that company, Harmony Communities, to get more investors into their company to pay for these things that they want to do. Fix the roads. Roads pretty good. A couple of potholes here and there towards the end of the road, but basically pretty good. The water has always been a problem for the last several years. So to me, it sounds like you're lying to the investors. You're telling them, well, this is how much money we're taking in because these people are paying $1,000 a month. And in fact, they're not. Right? Our rents are pretty good right now. But when that goes up, most of us are on fixed incomes. You know, that's the reason I moved up here. I was living in Santa Rosa. Couldn't afford to live there anymore. Moved up here, bought a mobile home in Meadow, and been comfortable. And then I get this letter, and I'm trying to figure out how the heck I'm going to get around this. And I'm 81 years old, never been homeless in my life, worked my ass off all my life. And here I am at a point where they might kick me. I'll be out on Highway 20 with my car. And that's it. And this community is going to kick out all of these people. They're not even going to get
Sure.
afforded.
We're going to have to wrap up. You have your 3 minutes is up.
I just wanted to finish up with, they're not even going to
Well,
be able to afford the rent, period, and the way to life. Thank you.
Thank you. Come on up.
I also live in the Upper Lake Park. My name is Tina Fouch. I don't know if the board has a copy of the letter that we received, but it contradicts itself. I spoke to the on-site manager. I found this out from someone else who posted it on Facebook before I got the letter. And the on-site manager told me, I said, how much out of pocket? Because the letter is really deceiving. And it says 350, and then it says it's going to go into an account, which if you play your cards right, is what they're saying, you may get part of it back. Well, a lot of us are seniors, and we may not be around for 4 or 5 years to get $50 of the $350 back that they're going to put aside supposedly for us. And the on-site manager also told me last week there are more children going to school that live in there than have in the last 10 years. So you do have a lot of children. It's not just old people There are children there that are going to lose their homes. So, and then the back of if you guys want a copy of the letter, I'd love to give it to you. The back of the letter, after it says there's not going to be any change, this distinctly says 950 is what we're paying. We're paying 600 now, and they just raised it in March. So even the on-site manager said, oh, it's just going to a credit account. I don't trust a credit account of money. I'm 63 years old. I don't know how long I'm going to be around, or my husband, or these other folks, or what those children might need that money, that $350 extra that's just sitting in somebody's account. So please, I pray that you will help us out with this. Thank you.
Thank you. Come on up.
I live at Meadow Point 2. My name is Lindsay Silva, and I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have 2 kids, and my husband works, and it really will affect us a lot. Like, we live very frugally right now, but in a couple months, it's going to be even more stressful for us as a family. So, I mean, there's a lot of children there, not just my kids. There's other families. So, just want to put that out. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comment in the chambers? Any on Zoom? iPad? If you can state your name for the record and unmute, we'll start your 3 minutes.
Hello. Yeah, my name is Richard Durham, and I'm a cannabis license holder in Lake County, and I just had my yearly inspection. Everything went well. It was very pleasant. But realizing that this is my 6th year inspection, and I'm looking at a major use permit that is limited to 10 years. And I have a lot of money invested in my venture here, and realizing that I'm looking at a closed door. And I'm just saying that most major use permits run for the life of the property or the business, not to a 10-year period. And I'm asking the Board of Supervisors to ask the task force to change that and make it a permanent instead of a 10-year period. It should run with the business or the land. And that's about it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other? Sterling, if you can unmute.
Good morning. Can you hear me, Board?
Yes.
All right. So I am back again to talk about Spring Valley. I 100% agree with the gentleman earlier. I mean, what's it going to take? The death of over 1,000 people in Spring Valley to get that bridge put in over Old Long Valley. I understand that you guys think that it's passable during the summertime, but it is not passable. The gentleman that actually lives at that property has dug a trench through the center of that creek a couple years ago to prevent people to go through his property. So if there was a fire to break out, we literally only have New Long Valley. A few years ago, we had to put a Bailey Bridge in because of a mudslide during the wintertime took out New Long Valley. We were advised that we could stay in for 3 days as they put in that Bailey Bridge, or you could leave your home for 3 days. Another example of why we need another bridge out here. And then also with the water, I'm going to go back to that with you guys. I did send you an email after last week's public comment. I showed you guys that water leak that has been leaking for 5 weeks straight on Wolf Creek. Nothing has been done. I've stated this a million times before. The infrastructure out here needs to be fixed. We have asbestos pipes that are leaking for 5 weeks, not being told that what kind of contamination's in our water. With that kind of leak, I mean, there has to be contamination. And I'm begging this board to kind of stand up, and with all the facts that I've given you guys, you see in 2012 we were granted a $1.82 million grant. We're putting in a new well out here. It's going to put more pressure on these pipes that constantly break. We need to start looking into federal grants that can pay into fixing the water mains themselves so they do not break and we don't have this kind of water loss. So I really hope you guys take it into consideration, and thank you.
Thank you. Any other public input? iPhone SE, if you could unmute, state your name for the record.
Hello, my name is Skylar Lewa, and I am a licensed cannabis farmer in Lake County, and I am proud to contribute to our local economy, to grow responsible, and to follow the rules that are laid out by the state and the county. But today I speak not just for myself, but for every farmer and resident whose voice has been silenced by fear. When the government speaks with a big stick, it is the people's duty to stand with water and life. These words remind us that the authority must be challenged when it threatens fairness in life. Over the past 3.5 years, my farm has faced unfair scrutiny, financial pressure, and public embarrassment. License threats, the inability to access to the cannabis equity grant, my business partner social security number that has been disclosed has become part of our reality. And during public meetings, my voice was censored, my face was hidden from the camera while speaking, and in fact, I am now required to inform administration of the clothing that I wish to wear if I want to speak against the government itself. These actions do not occur in isolation. They span multiple departments, from community development to the tax collector. And it shows in emails that I've obtained through public records showing that the director herself apologizing to the tax collector for the delays in taking my license away. And yet no corrective action was taken against her. County Council has allowed this behavior to continue unchecked, leaving a clear appearance of coordination or inaction that harm farmers like me. We see the climate of fear that this has created. Local farms are hesitant to speak up because of what they've witnessed, with me and my farm speaking out against the unfairness that we have been treated has resulted in the retaliation. And when legitimate complaints that, like being told to go to the sheriff to reverse a background disqualification, go unanswered, and when employees publicly disclose private information, the trust in our county erodes. This has been over 3.5 years. I have had police officers tell me to treat code enforcement staff like police officers, yet the county continues to tolerate misconduct, push out employees, and allow racial slurs in their county environment. When enforcement is unaccountable, the residents and the farmers can't trust the rules that are applied. And this goes out to every cannabis farmer out there. If you have had any issues with Maria G. Turner, I urge you to file a civil grand jury complaint against her. Muleha.
All right. Are there any other public comments? No more. All right. With that, I'll go ahead and close public input at this time.